Selling a home isn't as simple as just listing it and hoping for the best. There are some common pitfalls that could seriously hurt your chances of getting your best offer. I'm Jerry Pincus, your real estate expert, and my team has literally helped thousands of people navigate through real estate clusters, and I don't want this to happen to you. So today, I'm going to share with you the 5 biggest home sellers' mistakes and how you can avoid them so you can sell your house faster and for more money. And I know that's what you want to do. So without further ado, let's jump in. Number 5, overpricing. So let's start with the most common one, which is overpricing a home compared to the rest of the market and the current market conditions. Now, this can actually lead your home to sitting on the market longer than expected, and I know you don't want that. Buyers tend to think in their mind and shy away from overpriced homes, assuming that there's no room for negotiation or that the seller is unrealistic. And the longer your home stays on the market, it's less appealing to potential buyers, especially online, because if they see this sitting for a long time, they start questioning it. Now, as a seller, I always hear, I don't want to leave money on the table. I get it. But if you can't get someone to buy your investment, ultimately, you've left money on the table. Look, the market is always changing. So what your home is worth 6 months ago may not reflect what its value is today. It could be up, it could be down, it could be even. Buyers are also comparing your listing to other houses in the area. So when they see your price inflated compared to something else, they'll move on to a reasonably priced option. Now, another thing to consider is when your home is overpriced, it sits on the market too long, buyers assume that there's something wrong with that house. And they might think that there's hidden issues and that the home's been passed over for a reason. And this can lead to even lower offers down the line. So getting that price right from the start is the key to attracting the right buyers and selling your home at a reasonable time frame. Number 4, neglecting repairs and staging. Now, another major mistake that home sellers make is overlooking the importance of their home's condition. When it comes to selling your home, first impressions are super important. A well-maintained home can feel inviting, while a neglected one sends the wrong signals. And it's not just about surface level appearances. Serious buyers will look deeper than just the fresh paint and clean carpets. So ignoring necessary repairs or failing to stage your home properly can actually turn into what could be a great offer into a lowball offer, or even worse, no offer at all, because no buyer wants to move into a property and immediately start dealing with a lot of maintenance issues. So a $200 investment fixing up the minor plumbing issue can stop a potential buyer from offering $10,000 less. And the same goes for any other aspect of the home. New sellers often underestimate this. So you might be thinking, why would I fix a leaky faucet that's broken when the new owner is probably just going to go ahead and make their own updates? Truth is, those little details can add up in a buyer's mind, and the buyer is always deducting, right? So the buyer often assumes that these small issues have been ignored, and there's some bigger hidden problems that are behind those walls. It's a psychological factor that can lower your home's value by a lot more than what it actually costs to make those repairs. So what you need to do is to focus on the issues that are likely to matter the most to buyers. Now think about it like essential systems like a roof, plumbing, electrical system, or signs of wear or neglect in areas. They can be red flags. Then move on to the less critical but still noticeable problems like cracked windows, broken doors, or flooring that's seen better days. So you want to make sure that the house is staged properly for sale, because professional stagers are great and you don't always need to hire a professional if you're on a tight budget. You just want to start with the decluttering. So what this actually means is putting away your personal items like family photos and overstuffed bookshelves and other personal stuff. You want the buyer to think in their mind, I can see myself living here. It's not somebody else's house. So that's the goal. The goal is to make your space feel open and neutral so that buyers can actually see themselves there instead of distracted by your personal stuff. Now keep in mind, keep those window treatments simple and let as much natural light in as possible. And one more thing to keep in mind is that buyers are doing extensive research online. So if your listing doesn't catch the buyer's eye, they're going to keep scrolling past it. Homes with professional photos can actually, in fact, sell faster and for more money compared to those without them. And that's why investing in professional photography, staging for photos, and even video tours can give you a major advantage. Number 3, market conditions. Now, even if your home looks great, you've got all the necessary repairs that are done, and understand the current market, it's crucial. Selling in the right market conditions can make all the difference between how long your home stays on the market and the price that you ultimately will receive. Now, one of the most common mistakes that sellers make is assuming that the market is always the same. You know, it isn't. But real estate markets shift, so the best approach in a seller's market may not work at all in a buyer's market. Understanding if you're actually in a buyer's market or if you're in a seller's market will significantly affect your pricing strategy, your marketing plan, and expectations. In a seller's market, homes typically sell faster and often receive multiple offers, which gives you more negotiating power. If it's a buyer's market, then you could face more competition, meaning you need to price your home more competitively and market it more aggressively to attract attention. To get a solid understanding of your local market, you need to look at more than just the national real estate trends. Market conditions in your specific area can vary wildly depending on factors like economic growth, job opportunities, and even time of year, and even one side of town to the other. For example, if you're in an area with rising demand due to new businesses moving in, your home could actually be worth more than you initially thought. On the flip side, if it's a major employer that has recently downsized, you might have fewer buyers who are looking for homes on the market and forcing you to rethink your pricing strategy. So this is where working with an experienced local real estate expert who knows all the ins and outs of real estate is important. Number 2, emotional involvement. Now this is the hardest part for many homeowners. Look, you've lived there, you've made memories, and maybe you've done some DIY upgrades, and now you're letting go of a place that's more than just 4 walls. I understand, it feels sentimental, but those emotions can sometimes lead to poor decision making, especially when it comes to making critical decisions like setting the price or negotiating with buyers. Now, I've seen this a lot. Emotions will come into play during the negotiation portion. Maybe a buyer asked for repairs, or they're offering less than you were hoping for. Some home sellers will actually take that personally, seeing criticism for how they've cared for the home or the value that they actually believe that it holds. But the thing is, to a buyer, it's just a transaction. They're focused on getting a home that works for them, not judging your past decisions. So holding emotional ties too tightly can actually lead to rejecting offers that are actually fair, or refuse to make concessions that would seal that deal. Number 1 is ignoring legal obligations. Now, the number 1 mistake home sellers make when selling their home is ignoring legal obligations, and especially when it comes to disclosing any known issues with the property. Imagine this, you found a buyer, but after they move in, they discover a major problem. Maybe there's a leak in the roof or mold in the basement that wasn't disclosed. What happens next? They could legally sue you for failing to disclose that problem. And it's not a situation that you want to find yourself in. Thing is, disclosure laws may vary depending upon where you are, but they do exist for a reason. Buyers have the right to know about any material defects for the home that they are committing to purchasing. Now, you simply can't gloss over these issues even if you think they're minor. I've seen some train wrecks. I don't want it to happen to you. In some states, sellers even need to disclose if the house has had a history of pest infestations or was involved in a previous crime, and things that might not come to mind immediately if they're still important for buyers to know. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to fix every little problem before you sell, but what it does mean is that you need to be upfront about any known issues. And a buyer is likely to get a home inspection anyway, so trying to hide any problems is only going to backfire on you as a seller. Now, here's a bonus. Negotiation. Many sellers worry about getting lowball offers or being asked to make repairs or concessions that they just weren't expecting. And it's completely normal to feel stressed during this stage, but it's important to remember that negotiation is a standard part of the selling process. Buyers often come in with lowball offers. They're hoping to get a deal, but it doesn't mean that you have to accept your first offer that they throw at you. And this is where your local real estate expert can be really super helpful. Look, if you've been selling real estate for 20 years, your experience and your expertise is probably a little bit different than somebody who just came out of SpongeBob real estate school, right? A local real estate expert can actually help you in a smooth selling process and even negotiate on your behalf. So at the end of the day, negotiations are a give and a take process, and disclose all the details that are necessary so you're already in a stronger position. The rest is about being flexible and working with your agent to ensure that the final deal works for you and the other side. And it's not just about getting the highest price. Sometimes it's about getting to the closing table with a deal that leaves everyone satisfied. So if you found this video helpful, go ahead and share this video with your friends and family and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Jerry with Jerry Pincus Real Estate Experts. My team is here to help you find your hidden gem and to avoid those pitfalls that are costly. So if you're thinking about selling a house in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or anywhere in the United States, I can hook you up with a local real estate expert. Just give us a call at 843-839-9870. Our team has helped thousands and thousands of people successfully move in this past 20 years. And we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to real estate. I just want to make sure that you're getting your best options. So until next time, stay happy, stay educated, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.